I'm coming at you with one of the Virgin Islands street foods. We're talking about a fried chicken leg and a Johnny cake. I'm Chef Winston, and welcome to Floribbean cuisine. Let me take you to my island, the Virgin Islands. So if you've ever been to the Virgin Islands and you're walking around and see the Virgin Islanders doing something like this, don't fret, it's not a gang sign. It's a celebration of the Virgin Islanders interacting with each other with the VI sign. Basically, the VI. That's what that looks like. So if you ever roll up to a Virgin Islander in the Virgin Islands to celebrate with them, just throw up that VI sign. Let them know you appreciate, respect the culture. This is what we're doing today. I'm bringing you guys one of my childhood favorites. Old school situation here we're going with. We're talking about a fried chicken leg and a Johnny cake. A Johnny cake is just basically a fried dough. Simple ingredients. And the chicken leg, nice seasoned chicken leg that was marinating in the nice spices and the herbs and stuff, which I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to do that. And you'll take it out, flour it with some seasoned flour, and make and fry it up. Oh, this is what you would be getting at a street food, at a concession stand, at an outside vendor. Street foods throughout the whole world. Every country have their own type of street food. Of course, you got Mexico, got the little tacos. Some places have the empanadas. Street food that is quick to make and you can walk around and eat it. You don't need to sit down and enjoy it. And this is what I'm going to be bringing you guys. I'm going to be bringing you guys a piece of the Virgin Islands. My style, tasty, masterpiece coming your way. Let's get this rocking. But first thing first, I'm going to make the seasoning for my chicken. What we like to do is create a green seasoning. A green seasoning composed of all of this nice freshness over here. Different islands, they have their own version, but it's basically the same thing. If you go to Haiti, they got something called épices. And it's the same situation, blending up all of these herbs and spices. Puerto Rico got something called sofrito. They put tomato in this. You can leave tomato out. Dominican Republic the same way. Jamaica, it's a version of jerk. Once you blend all of this stuff together, you can put the scotch bonnet, your cinnamon, your allspice, and all some other good ingredients to make it that jerk feeling. So I'm gonna share with you guys my green seasoning, and this green seasoning can go with anything. Usually back in the day, I brought this out. We're not going to be using this. This is what you call a mortar and pestle. Back in the day, my grandmother, my great-grandmother, and beyond, those guys would use this apparatus right here, put the herbs, their peppers, their garlic, everything in here, and they would grind it up in here. Grind it up, and make it nice and make it smell good and season everything with that. But in this day and age, we got blenders. I don't have time for that. As a caterer, we gotta keep it moving. So I'm gonna put everything in my nice trusty blender right here. So let's get with it. So basically, what I got is a lot of good herbs. Freshness galore. I'm gonna get my knife and we're gonna start adding a lot of goodness to this. You guys can see that right there. So what I got here, I've got some cilantro. I'm gonna put some cilantro in there. I've got some fresh parsley. All of this stuff here, I washed previously. Some fresh parsley. The green seasoning, everything that you notice I'm using is green. I've got some fresh thyme. We're gonna put some fresh thyme now. You can put the whole stalks in there if you like. I would usually do that, but for this application, I'm gonna take off the leaves because thyme has this woodsy texture to it, so I don't want this in my marinade. So I'm gonna peel this away. This here look like enough thyme. We're gonna add that thyme inside. Yes. This is smelling so good already. So I'm gonna follow that with some garlic. I got some fresh garlic. Add that in here. We've got some scallions, some spring onions. I'm gonna cut these. I'm gonna cut the roots off. Cut these down to a smaller size so it could fit inside the blender. Lovely, lovely, lovely. You're making green seasoning, brother. I've got me an onion, Spanish onion. Cut that in half. We're gonna peel. cut this in about, what, a 6? So it can fit inside the blender. All flavor, everything here is fresh, fresh, fresh. I've got a green bell pepper or sweet pepper. Put that inside here as well. I've got a red pepper. This is optional. I like using this for the little specks of red inside of this. Makes it look nice. So put some red pepper inside there. Like I said, it's optional. You don't have to do this. There is no right or wrong way for creating your special seasoning blend at home. You want to put celery in there? By all means, put celery. I've got some Scotch bonnet pepper, right? Now, the thing with these Scotch bonnet peppers, it's very spicy. So what I like to do is this. I'm going to take one Scotch bonnet. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put a glove on first. Dealing with this Scotch bonnet, you want to make sure you protect yourself. These Scotch bonnet don't play. You go messing around with these Scotch bonnet and go scratch someplace like between your legs, your eyes, your ears, your nose, you in for a bad day. So what I'm gonna do is this. I got it on one hand. I'm gonna open up this Scotch bonnet and I'm gonna remove the membrane and the seeds out of one of them. This is where all of the heat lies in these Scotch bonnet. But I'm cutting this out, the seeds, and I'm flattening it out, and I'm just taking out the membrane. So we're not gonna put that in there. Okay, then the other one, I'm gonna leave the seeds and membrane in one of them. Actually, there's 2 pieces here. The smaller one, I'm gonna leave the seeds and membranes in, and I'm gonna take out the seeds and the membrane out of the other half. And the reason I'm doing that, so it's not overpowering, but you still get a nice little kick. Because this Scotch bonnet goes a long way, man. Great flavor, but oh so spicy if you use it too much. So I'm flattening it out and just taking out the membrane. This right here, I'm gonna throw in the garbage. And I'm gonna add this to my green seasoning. What I'm gonna add next to this is some ginger. You could put the whole stock in there without peeling it, but I'm gonna peel this quick and fast. Get a spoon and start scraping. Check that out. Just start scraping and it comes right off. And I like this ginger. It gives this a bit of spiciness. It got its own uniqueness, earthy flavor that goes well with any Caribbean dish. Perfect. And I'm just gonna add this in here. Put my ginger inside there. Add some olive oil to this to bring it all together. Perfect. Now, one thing about a marinade, you always want to have some type of acid. Sour orange, some lime juice, orange juice, vinegar, but I'm not putting it with this because the applications I'm going to be using this in the future with would not require me to use it as a marinade, just a seasoning. So I'm going to leave the acid out and add that to the chicken while I add this on top of that. Follow me on this. In the meantime, let's go ahead and start blending this bad boy up. Put it to my blender and let it rip. Oh, let me stop. I got to add, which I almost forgot, I got some black peppercorns. I'm gonna add to the party, and we're gonna season it a little bit with salt and pepper. Now, not too much salt because you're gonna season your meat as well. We just wanna give it a little flavor, okay? So we're gonna put this back on here and let it rip. Looking good, rip, 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 let it rip. It's coming out good. Let's take a look at this. It's liquefying very, very good. Green seasoning, let me give it one more pop. Perfect. Now take a look at this. Look how beautiful this looks. See how nice that looks? The smell. Woo, man, listen. This right here, you put to soups, rice, stews, on your stew beef, your oxtails, your grilled fish, anything, this would be a great addition and kick your flavor up to another level. Trust me on that. So we're about to rest this on the side. I'm gonna put this on the side. Let me taste it first. Woo! Yes! Got that little heat from the Scotch bonnet, but not too much, still comfortable. So let's clean up a little bit, bring our chicken over. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do with that to season it up along with this. And we're just starting, baby. Floribbean cuisine, Virgin Islands fried chicken leg, and Johnny cake. I'll be right back. So I'm back. We got our chicken. What I've got here is 2 leg quarters. In the Virgin Islands, this is what we call chicken leg. Some places call drumstick or whatever. When we say chicken leg, we're talking about the thigh and the drumstick that's not have been departed. Leg quarter, of course. I've cleaned these, took off extra fat. I cleaned it with some vinegar and some lime. Rinse it off and I pat it really dry. So what we're gonna do is this. We've got our green seasoning. Check this out. I got some lime. And I'm gonna cut this lime in half. I'm gonna bring my chicken up here on my cutting board. What I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna make some slits to the bone of this chicken leg. And the reason I'm doing this, I'm trying to have the seasoning penetrate through. And I'm gonna go in the back here as well. And what this lime juice is gonna do once I put it on there, we're gonna marinate this. It's gonna create, the acid kind of tenderizes the meat, it kind of break the fiber down in the meat and allow the seasoning to penetrate even more. So once you eat this, you're getting flavor all the way to the bone. That's right. So check me on this. So I put the slits in there and I got some salt and pepper mixture. Let me do this over here. Whoop. I'm gonna season front and back with this salt and pepper mixture. Remember, we have a little bit of salt inside our green seasoning. I'm putting the season here. So I'm not gonna put a whole bunch, but we want it to taste really good. So the magic is this. Check this out. So now, I'm gonna rub that in. This is where the green seasoning gonna come in. We're gonna start adding this, and we're gonna massage it inside. Better yet, check this out. Let me get a bag. I've got a bag. I'm gonna open up this bag. I could have seasoned everything in the bag, but Harry, I'm doing it now. Boom. Take some of this green seasoning. Perfect. Take off this glove right here. Check this out. Squish it up. The lime that I have, so I got a lime squeeze. We're gonna put this juice inside here. This is where the marinade comes in. A good marinade always requires some type of acid. And this is what we're introducing to it right now. The juice of 1 lime. Squeeze that in here. Freshness, yes. Oh, perfect. Bring this here. And what you're gonna do is just squeeze this here, massage. Check this out, let's massage it. Perfect, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna rest this, we're gonna take this and let it set aside and let it marinate for about 25 minutes and stick it in the refrigerator. I'll be right back. So let's go ahead and start making our Johnny cake. Our Johnny cake for the chicken leg and Johnny cake. So, making a Johnny cake, like I said, it's just a simple fried bread that is very traditional in the Virgin Islands. However, as many of you may know, I do have my own Johnny cake mix. Rather than you going through the hassle and trying to figure out measurements and portions of what goes into a Johnny cake, I have created this Johnny cake and pate dough mix. All you gotta do is open it up and add milk to it and you knead it. And this is what you're gonna do. The directions for making this whole package is at the back. from step to step. And there's also a QR code and the bottom part that you can scan, and it'll take you for samples of how to make this ingredient, okay? It's really, really versatile and have all the essentials in here. So what we're gonna do is this. I'm gonna take some milk, and all I'm doing is trying to bring this together. That's the only ingredient you have to add to this. Milk, that's it. Oh, and earlier I told you guys with the seasoning chicken, with the green seasoning and all that good stuff, put it in the refrigerator. What I meant is, if you plan on using this the following day, put it in the refrigerator, of course. However, if you're gonna use it the same day, leave it out, let it marinate for about 20-25 minutes, and you can fry it from there, because if it's cold, it's gonna drop the temperature of your oil. So what I'm doing is this. I'm making this dough, this pliable dough. I've got a clean surface, and I'm gonna take some of this mixture, sprinkle on my clean area here, and I'm gonna turn this over and start kneading. That's how simple this is. This mix is a game changer. See this? That's all I'm doing. Johnny cake mix, baby. That's it. So once this is all come together, you're gonna cover it up and let it rest. For any good Johnny cake recipe, you make it at home yourself. To get that nice, fluffy Johnny cake, always, so it's not too tough, always let it rest so the gluten strands can rest and it's not tough, okay? So that's what this is. So my dough been resting about for 15 minutes, nice and soft and pliable. So what I'm gonna do is this. We're gonna start portioning it out. I got some oil in the back, getting hot. It's at 350, so once I start cooking, it's gonna drop down. I'm gonna keep it to 325, so you can cook really slow. So I'm gonna cut this in quarters, portion it out, get me a little bit more of the mix or flour on my hands and also on this. We're gonna roll it out. This is what I'm gonna use. I've got a wine bottle. My rolling pin is at my commercial kitchen, but hey, this is how we do this, baby. Roll it on out into circles, okay? Into balls. I work pretty fast, but hey, you get the idea, right? Now, Johnny cake, it doesn't have to be a perfect shape. As long as you roll it out. A lot of people say that, hey, they like the Gucci link. Well, I didn't grow up with the Gucci link Johnny cake. It's all about the taste. That's just the shape of it. But we're gonna make some Gucci link just for those who say the Johnny cake must have a Gucci link. So we're gonna appease everybody, okay? Our old school say they put back in the 80s, and the modern version of these younger guys right now looking for that Gucci link Johnny cake. Alrighty, so here we go. Rolling it out. Here we got 4 Johnny cakes right here. Cut some slits. 1, 2. The Gucci link. So once this fries up, it's supposed to look like a Gucci link, you know, the jewelry. So we're gonna make 2 of those there. Boom, the Gucci link style. And then, I'm just gonna take a fork and prick these here. By pricking it, of course it's gonna cook even, let the oil come through and proof up proper. So we're gonna go through here and drop it into the oil. Johnny cake is nice and done, nice and poofy. The Gucci link is on deck, and the regular style on deck as well. Okay, now that Johnny cake is done, let's start working on frying our chicken. So, of course, the chicken has been marinating and sitting for a while, and we're gonna start frying this up. But first thing first, what I got here is some flour. We're gonna season our flour as well. Every step along the way, we gotta make it taste good, right? So what I got here is some cornstarch. Why am I using cornstarch? For that extra crispiness. I want some crispy fried chicken. I got some granulated onion. I got some garlic, some minced dry garlic, some paprika. The paprika basically is for a little color. right? Some chicken bouillon, okay? Chicken bouillon base. This here packs a lot of salt, so this is gonna be the flavoring for the flour. Put this on the side. We're gonna mix this all up. Bring this over here. Okay, so let's get to our chicken. Woo! This looking good. Ha! Woo! Look at this. What we're gonna do, we're gonna take this chicken that's been marinating with all this good seasoning and all that good stuff. We're gonna rake it a little bit. And one of the reasons I'm using flour is to dry out some of this wetness, so when it fries, it's not spatting all over the place. I'm gonna put this in here. Make sure our oil is at 350 degrees, okay? Bake off some of that marinade. Put it in here. Put this on the side. Close it up, and we're gonna shake it up. Get it nicely coated with the flour. That's all we're doing, baby. So now that's nicely coated with the flour, let's take it over here and drop it in the oil. Chicken just got out of the oil. It's been draining. Woo, smelling so good. So listen, what we did here is this Virgin Islands style street food, like I say. You go anywhere in the Virgin Islands to any stall, any takeout restaurant, they're more likely gonna have them some Johnny cake and a fried chicken leg. It's like ketchup and french fry situation going on here. So check this out. Can you guys hear? Can you hear that? I wonder if you can hear it. That's a crispy skin and oh so good. Oh my goodness. A quick recap. What we got here is a chicken leg that was highly seasoned. Very good. I made a nice little green seasoning that was composed of cilantro, garlic, parsley, peppers, ginger, whole bunch of good stuff that was whipped on up. That marinated for this chicken and squeeze some lime juice in there, some green seasoning. On top of this chicken, let it sit for a little bit. And then we flour it up with a nice seasoned flour, fried it up. And this is the end result. And of course, our Johnny cake that was made with my Johnny cake and pate dough mix. And this is what it looked like. See that? I got the Gucci symbol. The Gucci symbol is the Gucci link. Let's get this here a shot. Let's get this here a taste. Oh my goodness. I already tasted the skin. Nice and crispy. This nice and crispy as well. Wow. Taking a look at this. Is a look. Wow. Yo. This here is definitely a winner. I'm gonna take some of this green seasoning, put on top of it. Oh yes. Oh! Yo. This right here is a winner. The flavors that this introduced to that, forget about it. Man, listen here. You guys gotta give this a shot. And of course, along with the Johnny cake, these two components is definitely a must try. I hope you guys enjoy this one. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on my channel so every single week you get that notification on your phone or on your computer or in your email that I uploaded a brand new video. Until next time, cheers.